Hey General Collective, here's your read for Saturday. We're going to jump in, get started, see what the universe has in store for you guys, what messages, advice. I'm sure she's got some guidance that she's wanting to share with you. So universe, what do you got for the General Collective? And they're starting to feel like they're trying to jump out of my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. That's usually her cue to me. So I got emotional loss, recognition and reward, balance, positive movement forward, and material harvest. So to me, this read is speaking of you finding a balance between work and home life. And I feel that I don't think that we're right now we're in the point where it's not working. I feel like you've found that balance. You've done whatever you had to do to make sure that your time is shared equally. You're on the right track and you're about to reap the benefits of that. And I think you're going to do it in home and work life here. I'm going to keep going. So I have deception and envy, heartache and loss, foundation and achievements, patience and planning, and stand your ground. So I'm feeling like the deception, the envy, the heartache, I feel like that was part of the unbalance that you had to sort through. And I feel like, I don't know that it's envy. I think it was more a jealousy. And I'm not sure if it was you or your partner who felt like you weren't getting enough of the other person's time. But I feel like you were able to, that balance was able to be struck after, I think you guys had to have a conversation about it and everyone had to be open about their needs not being met and what they were needing to feel happy and fulfilled. I feel like you're able to do that. You guys are working on that. You're building on it. And I feel like you're about to reap the benefits of all of this too. So universe, if you can give me some clarification on this read. Help to paint a picture here for the General Collective. And I feel like everything's starting to jump out of my hand, so I'm gonna keep going here. I have the Five of Swords, which can represent selfish or short-term victories. I feel like that's what was happening too. One of you was putting all your time into work to trying to get ahead, and in the short term, it might have worked, or at least on one side of things, but it was creating bigger problems in the long run because the relationship was suffering. I have the Ten of Wands. I feel like you guys have been slugging away at this for a while. This has been going on for a while. You guys were feeling overburdened. You guys were feeling worn out. And I feel like that's probably what brought everything to a head. Kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. And then that's what triggered the conversation where you guys sat down and really had to have a good talk about how this was going to work moving forward. I have the Ace of Pentacles, which represents new beginnings and usually financial. So I think that ties into the material harvest card and the benefits that you're going to be seeing. I also have the Nine of Pentacles, which supports the abundance I believe you're going to be getting. And I don't think this is just financial. I think this is in the home life as well. I have the Three of Wands as well. And the Three of Wands tends to represent a positive movement towards your goal. And I think I think being able to strike that balance has been a huge leap forward for you. And I feel like this line speaks of learning from that past experience. So I'll tell you why. So I got the Six of Cups here, and it tends to speak of, it's called a blast from the past. Usually someone or something from your past coming back, but it can also mean learning lessons from your past. And I believe it speaks to you juggling and trying to find a balance between work and home life. Being able to communicate openly with your partner to make sure that everybody's getting what they need, and just to keep building on this positive forward movement, because I think you guys are heading in the right direction. Being more open about what's going on, being more honest about how you're feeling, if you're not quite getting what you need, and then being flexible enough to try and find a way to make it work. And as I said that, I pulled the Seven of Cups, which speaks of choices. So I feel like that also represents you guys trying to navigate this situation, being able to try and find a balance, and weigh your options to find the solution that's going to work best for you as a couple, for your household. I have the Eight of Cups, which speaks to starting a new journey. And I think this is what it's going to be for you when all the hard work pays off and you're able to move on to the next step of that. It is going to be a new chapter in your journey in life. I have the High Priestess as well, and she tends to represent things that are still hidden from you, that you'll find out along the way when the time is right. And they're not necessarily negative. I feel like they're positive things in this, because I got her right next to the Wheel of Fortune card, which represents your fortunes changing for the better. So I definitely believe that all this hard work is paying off. I have the Eight of Pentacles here. It tends to be called the Apprenticeship card. I think you might have been doing some sort of studying, some sort of upgrading and all of this while still going to work. And you might have been doing it during your work hours as well. Taking extra courses that your business offers you, so that you can take advantage of new opportunities when they come up, promotions, new positions in the company. I also have the Knight of Pentacles, which speaks of things that you've been working towards for quite a while finally coming to fruition. So definitely for me, that's the cards reiterating that there's that light at the end of the tunnel. You're just about there. I have the Six of Pentacles here, and it can speak of an even give and take, but as well as balance in it, I see the word abundance. So I feel like it also speaks to how well all this hard work, all the stress, all the sacrifice is going to pay off for you. And I think it's going to start paying off pretty quick. So I have the Emperor card here. And to me, he feels like the ultimate balance between work and home life. Not letting your emotions get the best of you. Being able to talk things out with your partner. Come to reasonable, logical solutions. But also mastering your work life as well. Just finding that balance and everything, being able to handle it all, and finding a peace within it all. So it doesn't feel like chaos and you're like forever freaking out trying to juggle and stressed out. It just feels like calm, cool, and collected into a new routine. Everything's going good. I have the Three of Swords. It tends to represent a separation, but to me in this, it feels like, because I got it next to the Moon card, and the Moon card represents things that are still hidden. So to me, these two cards are linked, and they speak of separating yourself from hiding your feelings and your thoughts from your partner. So sitting and stewing on things in silence, being quietly pissed off about stuff. It speaks of separating yourself from those old habits and carrying forward with this new way of being together that you've been building, being open, communicating, making sure that everybody has exactly what they need, and being able to speak up if they don't feel like they're getting it, and then being open to negotiating a way through it all. I have the Six of Wands, which tends to represent triumph. So I feel like this line of cards is speaking to, if you can keep up with this forward progress, stopping those old habits, you will triumph. You will triumph. You will have control and calm and peace in your life. I have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords tends to speak of sort of rest and recuperation, self-care. I think this is also speaking of relationship care as well, and the work that you guys have been doing together, and making sure that your relationship, I think, and each of you as individuals, is able to take time away from all the busyness that's been going on to sort of recharge your batteries, so that nobody gets completely worn out or at the end of your rope. I also have the World card, and to me the World card is a good omen, and it speaks of positive things manifesting in your life, and I think you're going to see that soon with this change. I got the chakra that has to do with emotions. I got it sitting next to conflict and defeat. For me, they speak of being able to conquer those negative emotions, and to remind yourself that better times are just around the corner. You're just about there. Have patience. Keep persevering. Keep your lines of communication open. Have patience with each other. I believe the card speaks to that as well, is having patience with each other and caring for each other. Because I believe that the financial and material changes card speaks of this change that you're about to be going through, that all this hard work is about to pay off, and you're going to see it right quick here. Alrighty guys, that's what this read speaks to me of. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to like and subscribe and join our little community here at Tarot Harmony. Thanks guys.